Hey, Shalom, Yasharala, Yabrakam, Yabashim, Yashawa, Baba Partawab. So we are back at it like Torah addicts out of rehab. We just finished one section of doing a Torah portion recap. We're going to do this next part, and depending on how things go, I might have to stop this video so I can go and make breakfast for the children, just depending on how things go. But I want to finish reading this section, and we're in Hasapadi Ashar. And we also read the Testament of Judah. All right. So with that being said, so we're back at it. All right. So this is the second part of it. And salute to everybody that's building with us. All right. That's spending time. You know. I mean, it's pretty easy for me. Like, I don't get tired when it comes to this ministry. You know, I might get sleepy, but when it comes to this ministry, I don't get tired because I'm always studying or you know. So for those of you who know me, like if I'm not studying, then I'll be playing Mortal Kombat, which whoa, Kung Lao, boy, whoop, teleport up out of nowhere, like whoop. All right. So anywho, but since I'm always studying, man, it feels good to always talk about the things that the Most High be showing, you know. And so with that being said, we're gonna get back to it. All right. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. All right. Let's go ahead and start this camera. All right. So let's get started with this next section. There was a few who asked that we go ahead and read chapter 57. So we're going to read chapter 57. All right. So what do we see? We see that at the death of Jacob, there was a fight. There was a fight at the funeral, or there was a war at the funeral at the death of Jacob. And this came because the children of Esau, all right, as his name is documented as Esau. All right, the children of Esau, they came and they started causing problems. Okay. Now, you got some people who do not believe that Esau is a so-called white man. I personally don't care that they don't believe that. It's just yeah. To our sister Kanaya Wakanawan, I'm on live right now, so I can't accept phone calls right now. I'm on live right now, but thank you for calling. But our brother Esau, who ended up being a very, very bad person. He ended up being a bad man. He was very cruel. He was very wicked. He didn't tell the truth. He didn't keep his word. He broke his word. At the funeral of our father Jacob, he and his sons came to cause contention and confusion based off of certain animals. Now, this animal that I'm talking about is Hasapadi Ashar, which by Hasapadi Ashar, it edifies and it teaches that Esau was very rude when he came into the time frame of the funeral. So we're going to finish chapter 57, and that's where we're going to pick back up at. Again, depending on the time frame, the Elijah are up, so I might end up, scrambling some eggs and making some stuff. The scripture says wisdom is quick. So if y'all who know me, I like stuff to be done when I say so. So if I say like, hey, do this, I like it to be done then, because I'm thinking time frame wise, so with that being said, depending on how things go, I may be able to finish this out. I may have to stop. So let's get to this real quick. This is Hasapad. This is the book, Hasapad, Etymologies. And when we're looking at etymologies, we're in chapter 7, book number 6. All right. And it gives the definition of description of people and names. All right. So we're looking at the name Esau, right? So watch this. It says Esau is triply named. Esau has 3 names, okay? Esau is triply named. He has 3 names. And for specific reasons is called the various names. He is called Esau. That is Rufus. Rufus is the name Esau, which, you know, usually when you pull up the name Rufus, you don't see a lot of Europeans, you know, I'm sorry, you don't see a lot of Arabs that are called Rufus. You usually see a lot of European descent people called Rufus, all right? R-U-F-U-S, all right, Rufus. I did that backwards, all right. I did it backwards again. R-U-F-U-S, all right, Rufus. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right. So I'm going to pull up some images and see what we find for Rufus. 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 Let's see what we find for the name Rufus. Yeah. We got some red people up in there. We got some dogs. Dogs named Rufus. Yeah, a bunch of dogs named Rufus and a bunch of Edomites named Rufus. I don't see a bunch of Arabs named Rufus. What the hell is that? Rufus. What? Why? Yeah, that looks like a problem. Yep. I did just find a really good book by a Negro, Rufus. All right. So yeah, so Rufus. I'm gonna pull up etymology. And for those of you who know me, y'all know I like to study, man. Like, studying is fun to me. You know, a wise man's fun is being wise. A foolish man's fun is being foolish. So to me, studying is fun, all right? If you're watching on Facebook, please switch over to YouTube so that way you can witness and you can see the screen share. Look at this, man. Look at this, man. You can't make this stuff up. This stuff is hilarious, all right? So I know you got a lot of Israelites who believe that Rufus is the Arabs. Rufus are not the Arabs. Rufus are the red man. All right, the red man is called Rufus. Some people might say, well, do you have to say his name like that? You mean like what? Like Rufus? Yes, I do have to say his name like that. All right. If you're watching on, I can see your comments on YouTube. I can see your comments on YouTube. I can see the comments on YouTube. So yes, Kanayo Kanawan. When the comments come up on YouTube, I can see them on StreamYard. Shalom Nawa'ah, welcome back. Nawa'ah, please go over to the YouTube so you can see this information is being brought out. This is part 2 of this morning's video. All right. So Rufus, proper name, literally red-haired, from Latin, Rufus. Red, tawny, red-haired, see Rufus. Of a dull red color, reddish brown. That's 1781. From Latin, Rufus, red, reddish, tawny, red-haired. From Osco, Umbrian, cognate of Latin, ruber, red. Red, ruddy, mostly in the names, descriptions of the birds or other animals, sometimes frowned upon in early use as French word, which is reddish. So Esau was called red. He was said Rufus. Esau was called red, ruddy. He was called Rufus. Light red. Is hypothetical source evidence for its existence, which is provided by Latin ruber, also dialect Rufus, light red, mostly of hair, Greek, all right, Sanskrit, all right, so it shows us that this word goes back into Paleo-Hebrew. When you see that word Sanskrit, all right, that's another phrase for Paleo-Hebrew, okay? So Rufus, another word for being red. The white man is the real red man. All right. So when we see this, We're in the book of etymologies right now, all right? Yeah, Baba Quar. Yeah, Baba Quar. I can see your comments. Khan, I can see your comments. Khan, Shalom, I can see your comments. I don't know why is that like brand newish? Like I literally go down and post y'all's comments whenever y'all say them. I be saying stuff too. I know. Okay, Baba Quar. All right. I seen you put a 57 in the room last time. All right, so let's go back to this. So Esau is triply named. Yeah. So Esau is triply named. Hey, Shalom, how are y'all? Welcome back. Shalom, my Shpakah family. All right, all praise. My Shalom, my family, my Shpakah, all praise. All right. So Esau is triply named for specific reasons. He is called of various names. He is called Esau, that is Rufus, red. From he eating the red lentil concoction, which cost him his birthright. All right, which is what we just read when Esau said, I didn't sell anything to my brother Jacob. So if you watch the video that was before this, you would have seen that we read out of Hasapadi Yashar, chapter 56, and in chapter 56, Esau lied. There's no playing up here while I'm teaching. There's no playing up here while I'm teaching, and nobody's louder than me. Good job, baby. So Esau lied in Hasapadi Yashar, chapter 56, and said, I didn't sell anything. Esau is triply named for the specific reasons it's called the various names. He is called Esau, that is Rufus, red, from the eating of red lentil concoction, which lost him his birthright. He is called Edom, from the redness of his body, which is Latin called sanguineous, bloody. He is called Seer because he was shaggy and hairy. When he was born, his skin was totally hairy. He is called by these three names, Esau, red, Edom, bloody, and Seer, hairy, because he had not smoothness. Esau means hairy, Seer, rough, wooded, a hilly region in the land settled by Esau. The name of one of the Horites inhabiting the region before Esau arrived, Genesis chapter 36. This is from a book called Etymologies. In the book Etymologies, you can find out all type of beautiful information. You want to know what was the etymology of the name of our forefathers, our foremothers? Read it in the book called Etymologies, and you'll be edified. Damn. Cold, man. I gotta put my skirt on. Hey, will you hand me that white garment, Baba Kushal? That white one, right there. Come on. All right. So now we're gonna get back to our natural reading, which we were at the first time. And our natural reading that we were at the first time. Okay. All right. So anywho, let's get back to our natural reading. For those of you who are just now getting caught up, we read Hasapadi Yashar, chapter 56. We're going to go ahead and get to chapter 57. All right. And I'm going to turn the volume lightly down, but I still want to have it up because I like the ambience. I like the ambience of the music. Okay. Now, if you're watching this on Facebook, please switch over to YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you not only subscribe, but make sure you share this out so that others can subscribe and learn this information along with us. All right. Now let's get this information. I'm going to briefly recap chapter 56, and then we'll go back up to chapter 57. All right, so we'll recap chapter 56, and then we'll go back to chapter 57. All praise. Thawada. Oh, Thawada. Auntie Chani and Nawa'a. Thawada, y'all, for sharing this information. All right. So we'll go ahead and just jump back into 57. Make sure everybody can see. Khan. All right. Okay, Thawada, the sister said, there's been times that I said stuff. Okay. And it just made me think otherwise. Okay. Carry on. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get to it. So and after this, and it was after this that the sons of Esau waged war with the sons of Jacob. And the sons of Esau fought with the sons of Jacob in Hebron. And Esau was still lying dead, not buried. And the battle was heavy between them. And the sons of Esau were smitten before the sons of Jacob. And the sons of Jacob slew the sons of Esau, 80 men, and not one died of the people of the sons of Jacob. And the hand of Joseph prevailed over all the people of the sons of Esau. And he took Zepho. Everybody pay attention to this name right here. This name right here, Zepho. Now I'm going to leave this right here in the little comment box, and I'll leave it for you to do it what you choose. Me, I choose to study. I choose to show myself approved. So whenever somebody says something, I can be like, no, because for what I've learned, this is that. So I choose to study. So take that name Zepho and use it, and you'll find out some very interesting information. And it was after this that the sons of Esau waged war with the sons of Jacob, and Esau fought with the sons of Hebron, and Esau was still lying dead and not buried, and the battle was heavy between them and the sons of Esau, and the sons of Esau were smitten before the sons of Jacob. And the sons of Jacob slew the sons of Esau, 80 men, and not one of the people of the sons of Jacob. And the hand of Esau prevailed over all the people of the sons of Esau. And he took Zepho, the son of Eliphaz. So keep this. Zepho is the son of Eliphaz. Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau. All right. Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau. All right. Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau. All right. So there's that. So see the name grows. It gets bigger and bigger. Zepho, then Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, then Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau. So we see who Esau progeny, his progeny was. All right. It was Zepho, and 50 of his men captive. And he bound them with chains of iron and gave them into the hands of his servants to bring them into Egypt. And it came to pass when the sons of Jacob had taken Zepho and his people captive, and all those that remained were greatly afraid of their lives from the house of Esau, lest they should also be taken captive. And they all fled with Eliphaz, the son of Esau, and all his people. The man's daddy left him hanging. And Esau's body, and they went to their, and when they went their road to Mount Seir. And they came to Mount Seir, and they buried Esau in Seir, but they had not brought his head with them to Seir, for it was buried in that place where the battle had been in Hebron. And it came to pass when the sons of Esau had fled from before the sons of Jacob pursued them unto the borders of Seir, and they did not stop slaying a single man from amongst them when they pursued them. For Esau's body, which they carried with them, excited their confusion. So they fled, and the sons of Jacob turned back from them and came up to the place where their brethren were in Hebron. And they remained there on that day and on the next day until they rested from battle. And it came to pass on the third day, they assembled all the sons of Seir, the Horite, and they assembled, and all the children of the east, a multitude of people like the sand of the sea. And they went and came down to Egypt to fight with Joseph and his brethren in order to deliver their brethren. And Joseph and all the sons of Jacob heard that the sons of Esau and the children of the east had come upon them to battle in order to deliver their brethren. Now, this is very important, Esau and all the children of the east, because you're going to find this same terminology in the book of Psalms. You're also going to find this same terminology in the book of Baruch, chapter 4, the children of the east. So Esau worked with Esau and the children of the east. The children of the east and Esau worked together to help enslave us. And Joseph and his brethren, the strong men of Egypt, went forth and fought in the city of Ramses. And Joseph and his brother dealt out a tremendous blow among the sons of Esau and the children of the east. And they slew of them 600,000 men. And they slew amongst them all the mighty men of the children of Seir, the Horite. There were only a few of them left. And they slew also a great many of the children of the east and of the children of Esau, and Eliphaz, the son of Esau, and the children of the east, all fled before Joseph and his brethren. You see how this name keeps growing? They kept trying to jump us. You see that? You see how this name of this group of people, these Gentiles, kept growing? The Horites, that was the Arabs. The children of the east, these are the other Hamite families, the other Canaanite families. Esau, Eliphaz, they tried to jump us because of Zepho. Zepho, the white boy Edomite. I'm gonna call him an Edomite. If I call him a white boy, somebody gonna come and say, well, Esau wasn't white. You're right. As we just read before we started this video, he was considered to be red and hairy out of the book of etymologies. And out of the name of etymologies of Rufus, he was still red and hairy. So I ain't playing with none of them brothers that talk about Esau as the damn Arabs. The Bible don't say that Esau was the Arabs. And Joseph and his brethren pursued them until they came into Succoth. And they yet slew them in Succoth 30 men, and the rest escaped, and they fled each to his city. And Joseph and his brethren, the mighty men of Egypt, turned back from them with joy and cheerfulness of heart, for they had smitten all their enemies. And Zepho, remember this name, Zepho is the father of Rome. Zepho was before Rome and Romulus. Zepho, never forget the name Zepho. Just like the Roman Catholic Church has that great, man, this is a shame, has that great temple built and set up in Rome, the Roman Catholic Church. It was started by Zepho before Rome and Romulus. And Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, and his men were still slaves in Egypt to the sons of Jacob, and their pains increased. So we had Esau in slavery and bondage, but the prophecy says that Esau's bondage will be broken off of his yoke. His yoke will be broken off of his neck, and then Esau shall rule. And that happened when? That happened at the death of Jacob. That happened at the death of Joseph. That happened at the death of the 12 patriarchs in Egypt. And then after that, guess what? Zepho broke out of prison and he started a war. He started a war against the other 12 tribes' children. And when the sons of Esau and the sons of Seir returned to their land, the sons of Seir saw that they had fallen into the hands of the sons of Jacob and the people of Egypt on account of the battle of the sons of Esau. And the sons of Seir said unto the sons of Esau, ye have seen. And I got 2% remaining on this computer. I think it might not make it through. Ye have seen, therefore ye know that this camp was on your account, and not one mighty man or an adept in war remaineth. So who? The sons of Seir. Let's see if we can keep this camera going. I'm going to try to plug it up. Maybe we can, might have to turn it this way. But for the sake of the ministry, man, I'm not willing to let this camera die right now, man. All right. All praise. There we go. All right. Verse 15. Now, therefore, go forth from our land. Go from us. You see that? Now, therefore, go forth from our land. Go from us to the land of Canaan, to the land of the dwelling of your fathers. So the people of Mount Seir kicked out the Edomites. And guess what? The Edomites came back and kicked out the people of Mount Seir. Let me get this link real quick. I'm gonna copy this and I want to show y'all something. All right, now I don't have to worry about it dying. All right. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. If you've never seen the movie Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, guess what? The main setting of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is in Mount Seir. Ha! The main setting of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. You remember this movie? Y'all remember this movie? Y'all might not. Some of y'all might be a little bit younger. All right. I remember this movie when I was younger. So they did the movie Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Guess where they directed? They filmed it at. They filmed it right here in the home of the Edomites, in the home of the people of Seir. And when you go downtown, and I just said this to the little brother Dodak, all right? I just showed him this in Dayton, Ohio. There's a city. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got 6 pillars. In Dayton, Ohio, it's got that triangle. And guess what? This is in Georgia. It's in Mississippi. It's in Atlanta. This is, I already said that. This is in Kansas, it's in Kentucky. It's in Milwaukee. It's in California. Every downtown has a building with this structure. Next time you go downtown, look for buildings, court buildings that have pillars. Look for courthouses that have pillars. You're going to find pillars standing on top of a brazier, on top of a triangle. This is the same way that Mount Seir was set up. All right. This is the same way that Petra was set up. Let's get that name Petra real quick. So when I say, yo, look, y'all got to study for yourselves. When I read, this is what I see. And I haven't seen, site of ancient Edom. You can't make this stuff up. Site of ancient Edom. But the original inhabitants of Petra were not Edomites. See, Esau went and mingled with the Arabs and with the Africans. We are not supposed to be mingling with Ham and with Ishmael. Flat out. But listen, don't get on your high horse, Negroes. Don't act like none of you Negroes ain't never played in the snow. All right? Some of you Negroes played in the snow, and some of you Negroes played in the mud. All right? So this is the home of Petra, home of the Edomites. This was owned by the Ishmaelites, by the Arabs. The people of Petra kicked them out. They was like, since you Edomites came and dwelled with us, these Israelites came and whooped us. We've been following y'all and rocking with y'all. And this is where the Arabs cut themselves off from Ishmael. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. This is where the Arabs cut themselves off from the Edomites. And then after that, Esau was like, oh, well, you know what? We're going to go and get with the Canaanites then. Now, therefore, go forth from us to the land, from our land. Go forth from us to the land of Canaan, to the land of the dwelling of your fathers. Wherefore shall your children inherit the effects of our children in the latter days. So the Arabs kicked the Hamites out. The Arabs kicked the Edomites out. And the children of Esau would not listen to the children of Seir, and the children of Seir considered to make war with them. And the children of Esau sent secretly to the Aegeans, king of Africa. The same is Dinhabah, saying, send to us some of the men and let them come to us, and we will fight together with the children of Seir, the Horite. You see how Esau is so quick to turn on their own? Don't make no agreements with Esau. They're going to turn on you. They broke over 500 treaties with the Gadites. For they have resolved to fight with us, to drive us away from the land. And they lied again. Ishmael didn't say, the Horites didn't say they was going to fight with them. They said, look, get out of our land. We fought next to y'all, and we keep losing because of y'all to the Hebrews. Get out of our land. So they wrote a lying letter. And King Angeas, king of Dinhabah, did so. For he was in those days friendly to the children of Esau. And Angeas sent 500 valiant infantry to the children of Esau and 800 cavalry. And the children of Seir sent out to the children of the east and to the children of Midian, saying, ye have seen what the children of Esau have done unto us, upon whose account we are almost all destroyed in their battle with the sons of Jacob. So the Ishmaelites sent a letter to the Elamites, to the East Indians. They was like, look, we keep taking sides with these Edomites and we keep getting whooped. Why? Because of their sibling rivalry? Because Esau is mad at his brother Jacob. We got to get punished for it. We got to stop helping these Edomites. Now, therefore, come unto us and assist us, and we will fight with them together, and we will drive them from the land and be avenged of the cause of our brethren who died for their sakes in their battle. You see that? With their brethren, the sons of Jacob. So Ishmael was like, man, look, I don't want no parts of this fight no more. I'm going to call on you East Indians to come and help me. And guess who Esau? Esau called on the Canaanites. The Arabs called on the East Indians. So you got Ishmael and Elam with Esau and Canaan. Now they fighting against each other because Esau can't let go of the grudge that their forefather sold their birthright for a pot of soup. And all the children of the east listened to the children of Seir, and they came unto them about 800 men with drawn swords. And the children of Esau fought with the children of Seir at that time in the wilderness of Paran. And the children of Seir prevailed over the sons of Esau. And the children of Seir slew on that day of the children of Esau in the battle about 200 men of the people of Angeas, king of Dinhabah. Verse 24. On the second day, the children of Esau came again to fight a second time with the children of Seir, and the battle was sore upon the children of Esau this second time, and it troubled them greatly on account of the children of Seir. And when the children of Esau saw that the children of Seir were more powerful than they were, some men of the children of Esau turned and assisted the children of Seir, their enemies. Let me read that again. And when the children of Esau saw that the children of Seir were more powerful than they were, some of the children of Esau turned and assisted the children of Seir, their enemies. There's no faithfulness in Esau. So you get mad because they telling on you on your job. They tell on each other. They turn on each other. The Most High said, never trust thine enemies. And therefore fell yet the people of the children of Esau in the second battle, 58 men of the children of Angeas, king of Dinhabah. And on the third day, the children of Esau heard that some of their brethren had turned from them to fight against them in the second battle. And the children of Esau mourned when they heard this thing. And they said, what shall we do unto our brethren who turned from us to assist the children of Seir, our enemies? And the children of Esau sent out to Angeas, king of Dinhabah, saying, send unto us again other men with them. With them we may fight with the children of Seir, for they have already twice been heavier than we were. And Angeas again sent to children of Esau about 600 valiant men. And they came to assist the children of Esau. And in 10 days' time, the children of Esau waged war with the children of Seir in the wilderness of Paran. They some warmongers. Esau is some warmongers. And the Most High prophesied that they would live what? They would live by the sword. They're fighting against the people of Seir. This was the Arabs. So don't tell me that Esau are the Arabs. They are not. And the battle was very severe upon the children of Seir, and the children of Esau prevailed at this time over the children of Seir. And the children of Seir were smitten before the children of Esau, and the children of Esau slew from them about 2,000 men. And all the mighty men of the children of Seir died in this battle, and there only remained their young children that were left in their cities. And all Midian and the children of the east betook themselves to flight from the battle. And they left the children of Seir and fled when they saw that the battle was severe upon them. And the children of Esau pursued the children of the east until they reached their land. And the children of Esau slew yet of them about 250 men. And from the people of the children of Esau, there fell in that battle about 30 men. But this evil came upon them through their brethren turning from them to assist the children of Seir, the Horites. And the children of Esau again heard the evil doings of their brethren, and they again mourned on account of this thing. And it came to pass after the battle, the children of Esau came back and came home unto Seir. And the children of Esau slew those who had remained in the land of the children of Seir. They slew also their wives and their little ones. They left not a soul alive except 50 young lads and damsels who they suffered to live. And the children of Esau did not put them to death. And the lads became their slaves, and the damsels they took for their wives. And the children of Esau dwelt in Seir in the place of the children of Seir. And this is how Esau took over and became the inhabitants of Mount Seir. This is how Esau inhabited the land. See, the prophecy was given that they would live by the sword. They wasn't going to stop fighting. They ain't going to stop fighting. And that's why it's going to take a God, the one and only Yahweh. That's why it's going to take Yahweh. That's why it's going to take Yahweh to destroy them, because they're not going to stop fighting. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Bro, come at me, bro. They're not going to stop fighting, so they have to be destroyed. And the children of Esau dwelt in Seir in the place of the children of Seir, and they inherited their land and took possession of it. And the children of Esau took all the belongings of the land of the children of Seir, also their flocks, their bullocks, and their goods, and all belongings to the children of Seir. And the children of Esau, did the children of Esau take. And the children of Esau dwelt in Seir in the place of the children of Seir unto this day. Unto this day. And the children of Esau divided the land into divisions, into to the 5 sons of Esau according to their families. And it came to pass in those days that the children of Esau resolved to crown a king over them in the land which they came to possess. And they said to each other, not so. For he shall reign over us in our land, and we shall be under his counsel, and he shall fight our battles against our enemies. And they did so. And the children of Esau swore, saying that none of their brethren should ever reign over them. Ain't that the total opposite of what Yahweh said for us? Ain't that the total opposite? That no man, if they're not from our nation, is not to reign over us? That none of their brethren should ever reign over them, but a strange man who is not their brethren. For the souls of all the children of Esau will embittered every man against his son. brother and friend, on account of the evil they sustained from their brethren when they fought with the children of Seir. So they don't even trust themselves. Isn't that terrible? They don't even trust themselves. Therefore, the sons of Esau swore, saying, from that day forward, that they would not choose a king from their brethren, but one from a strange land unto this day. And there was a man from the people of Angus, king of Dinhabah. His name was Bela, son of Beor. Now, this is really interesting. This is where it really gets good. If you want to have some fun, take this name right here. Take this name right here. Google search this information. Find this information. And then find out who it leads back to. The Most High destroyed all of our enemies and those who took sides with each other. Angus, king of Dinhabah, his name was Bela, the son of Beor, who was very valiant man, beautiful and comely and wise and all wisdom, a man of sense and counsel, and there was none of the people of Angus like unto him. And the children of Esau took him and anointed him, and they crowned him for a king, and they bowed down to him. And they said unto him, may the king live, may the king live. And they spread out the sheet, and they brought him each man earrings of gold and of silver, or things, or bracelets, or rings or bracelets, and they made him very rich. You see what Esau does? They take a stranger and they say, we'll give you money. Just come and serve us. All right. We'll give you what you want. Just come and serve us. They made him, and the same thing they do with basketball players, rappers, athletes. Some Negroes are still trying to get wealthy in Babylon. You can get wealthy, but I tell you that your wealth is your family. Your wealth is your wisdom and Yahweh. Your wealth ain't just your riches. If it was me, I'd take my riches and I'd move out of this country and I'd be rich and wealthy somewhere else where my money would go further and my family could have more. I'm still reaching for Chiapas, Mexico, to where we can have a 7-bedroom, 3-story house for $400, $500. I'm gonna say $500. I'm still reaching for that. Man, $1,400, I get 2 of those houses. That's half of a block. I got a whole compound. My whole family can live. You got a problem? I don't care. Go have your space over there. But I bet you better be over in this courtyard on the Shabbat. See, we need our substance to be able to match what we need for our family's needs. Wealth alone is not shekels, but Esau doesn't see it like that. They made him very rich in silver and in gold and onyx stones and bdellium, and they made him a royal throne, and they placed a regal crown on his head. They gassed him up, and they built a place for him, and he dwelt therein and became king over the children of Esau. And the people of Angias took their hire for the battle of the children of Esau, and they went and returned at that time to their master in Dinhabah. And Bela reigned over the children of Esau 30 years, and the children of Esau dwelt in the land instead of the children of Seir, and they dwelt securely in the land in their stead until this day. All right. So there's a very interesting phrase that you can read whenever you're reading the Torah. It says, is it not written in the wars of the book of the Jews? Well, then you ask yourself, what is the book of the wars of the Jews? Well, anywho, I love it. I find it very interesting that not only did our forefathers and our foremothers know about this information, they shared and they taught this information publicly amongst our children, amongst their own children. Okay. And in the process, when you're reading the Torah portion, it's okay for you to go and study and get more information. All right. My job is to study for myself, to show myself approved, and then to go and teach those of my family and my friends who don't know, to go and teach them the principles that the Most High put out there. There's histories that we just don't know. There's agricultural information that are written in other books that we just don't know. That we just don't know. But you can't know it if you don't go and research. Now, this is going to get very interesting. Now, for my own sake, I'm going to read from the book of the Upright, and I'm going to read chapter 58. And if anybody would like to be a part of that or participate in that, you can listen and you'll get more insight on last week's Torah portion and the following Torah portion to come. So let's read, let's edify, let's listen, and let's enjoy ourselves in the word, in the animals, I'll say. This is chapter 58. Let's keep the momentum going. And it came to pass in the 32nd year of the Israelites going down into Egypt, that is the 71st year of the life of Joseph. And that year died Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and Magran, his son, reigned in his stead. Now, take this information. All right. Pharaoh, king of Egypt. No, hold on, wait. '75th year in the life of Joseph, and that year, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, died. Pharaoh, king. Now we're looking at the procession of the next kings of Egypt, the next pharaohs of Egypt. So after Pharaoh died, all right, the next pharaoh after the pharaoh that was good to us was Magran. Now, Magran, when he reigned, Joseph was still in rulership. Okay, Joseph was an old man, and even though Magran was on the throne, Joseph was the active ruler of Egypt. And it wasn't until after Joseph's death, all right, was Magran's son raised up, and Magran's son was named Milo. Or was his name Milo or Mello? His son was Mello. So Magran had a son. So it was Pharaoh, Magran, and Mello. Actually, it was Pharaoh, Joseph, Magran, Mello. Then after that, that's when things got hard. But let's listen and see how the story goes. And it came to pass in the 32nd year of the Israelites going down to Egypt, that is the 71st. So Joseph was 71 years old when Pharaoh died. The life of Joseph, in that year died Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Now, this was the Pharaoh who loved our father Jacob. All right, this was that Pharaoh. And Magran, his son, reigned in his stead. Now, I'm going to do a real quick, fun little thing right here. I'm just going to take this name and I'm just going to post it right here. I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to push the search button, and then I'll come back to it. All right. Uh-oh. Got this information still there. Let's cut that. Now I'm going to come back to that information, okay? All right. And Pharaoh commanded Joseph before his death to be a father to his son Magran, and that Magran should be under the care of Joseph and under his counsel. So this means Joseph was the Pharaoh. Magran didn't come into rulership. Joseph was the Pharaoh, and he was the father to the Egyptians. And all Egypt consented. So all of the Egyptians, they agreed to this. They was like, yeah, man. Yeah, let Joseph rule over us. So imagine how much more wealthy us Israelites were living in Egypt before the death of our father Joseph, our uncle Joseph, and after the death of Pharaoh, who loved our father Jacob. And all Egypt consented to this thing that Joseph should be king over them. For all the Egyptians loved Joseph. As of therefore, only Magran, the son of Pharaoh, sat upon his father's throne. So Joseph didn't sit upon the Pharaoh's throne. His son sat upon his throne. But Joseph had all the authority. And he became king in those days in his father's stead. Magran was 41 years old when he began to reign. And 40 years he reigned in Egypt. And all Egypt called his name Pharaoh, after the name of his father. And it was their custom, as it was their custom to do in Egypt to every king that reigned over them. And it came to pass when Pharaoh reigned in his father's stead. Now, this is not talking about the first Pharaoh. Remember the name Magran. This is talking about Pharaoh Magran, not the first Pharaoh, but Pharaoh Magran. He placed the laws of Egypt and all the affairs of the government into the hands of who? Quiet. I'm still reading. Into the hands of Joseph, as his father had commanded him. And Joseph became king over Egypt, and he superintended over all Egypt. And Egypt was under his care and under his counsel. For all Egypt inclined to Joseph after the death of Pharaoh, and they loved him exceedingly. They loved him exceedingly to reign over them. But there were some people amongst them who did not like him, saying, no stranger shall reign over us. Still, the whole government of Egypt devolved in those days upon Joseph. After the death of Pharaoh, he began to regulate, doing as he liked throughout the land without anyone interfering. And all Egypt was under the care of Joseph. And Joseph made war with all his surrounding enemies, and he subdued them. Also, all the land of the Philistines unto the borders of Canaan did Joseph subdue. And they were all under his power. And they gave a yearly tax unto Joseph. And Pharaoh, Magron, king of Egypt, sat upon his throne in his father's stead. But he was under the control and counsel of Joseph. Ain't that beautiful? Ain't that beautiful? See how much authority and favor Yahweh gave us? And this came from Joseph being virtuous, from Joseph being right, from him being just. This came from Joseph being a modest man. He wasn't overbearing. He was a humble ruler. And he was the first, and he was at first under the control of his father. Neither did he reign, but in the land of Egypt only, under the counsel of Joseph. But Joseph reigned over the whole country at that time, from Egypt to the great river Petra. What is this? So what? Let him have say so in Egypt. Joseph had control over everything. But he had to let him do that. Joseph had to let Magron, he had to let him reign, because if he didn't, it would have made it look like Joseph was being overbearing. All praise. We have chopsticks. All praise. So Joseph had to let him reign. Why? Because if it didn't, it would have looked like Joseph had all the way took over. So basically, Magron was the puppet. He was the puppet king. And Joseph had rulership over everything. And Joseph was successful in all his ways, and Yahweh was with him. And Yahweh gave Joseph additional wisdom and honor and glory and love towards him in the heart of the Egyptians and throughout the land. And Joseph reigned over the whole country 40 years. And all the countries of the Philistines, the Canaanites of Zidon, and the other side, of Jordan, brought presents unto Joseph all his days, and the whole country was in the hand of Joseph, and they brought unto him a yearly tribute as it was regulated, for Joseph had fought against all of his surrounding enemies and subdued them, and the whole country was in the hand of Joseph. And Joseph sat securely upon his throne in Egypt. And also all his brethren, the sons of Jacob, dwelt securely in the land. All the days of Joseph, they were fruitful and multiplied exceedingly in the land. And they served Yahweh all their days, and their father, as their father Jacob had commanded them. And it came to pass at the end of many days and years, when the children of Esau were dwelling quietly in the land with Bela their king, that the children of Esau were fruitful and multiplied in the land. And they resolved to go to fight with the sons of Jacob in all Egypt, and to deliver their brother Zepho. Remember the name Zepho? Zepho been in prison all these years. So now that Esau's children, they've beaten the Horites that lived in Mount Seir. All right, they've chased away the Ishmaelites. They're working with the Canaanites. Now, finally, after all these years done went past, they're like, let's break our brother Zepho out of prison. You see that? And his men, for they were yet in those days slaves to Joseph. And the children of Esau went unto all the children of the east, and they made peace with them. And all the children of the east came to them to go with them from the children of Esau to Egypt to battle. And there came also unto them the king of the people, Angeas, king of Dinhabah, and they sent unto the children of Ishmael, and they also came unto them. So Esau rallying all the troops, and all this people assembled and came unto Seir to assist the children of Esau in their battle. And this camp was very large and heavy with people, numerous as the sand of the sea, about 800,000 men, infantry and cavalry. And all these troops went down to Egypt to fight with the sons of Jacob, and they encamped by Ramses. Now keep this name in your remembrance. They encamped by Ramses. Now, why is that important? Because when we read the Torah, we see that the Egyptians, they tricked us into building huge walls around the city Ramses. Why? Because there was no protection around that city. Now, this is what's going to lead us into understanding the Israelite slavery. This is what's going to lead us into understanding how the Egyptians was finally like, nah, man, you know what? We got to go to war. If we ever go to war, these Israelites is going to turn against us. So let's figure out what's a way we can give them jobs and we can make them servants unto us. This story is going to lead up to that. All right. Verse 18, and Joseph went forth with his brethren, the mighty men of Egypt, about 600 men, and they fought with them in the land of Ramses. And the sons of Jacob at that time again fought with the children of Esau in the 50th year of the sons of Jacob going down into Egypt. This is the 30th year of the reign of Bela over the children of Esau in Seir. 19, and Yahweh gave all the mighty men of Esau and the children of the east into the hands of Joseph and into his brethren. And the people of the children of Esau and the children of the east were smitten before Joseph. And the people of Esau and the children of the east were slain, where there fell before the sons of Jacob about 200,000 men. Their king Bela, the son of Beor, fell with them in the battle. And when the children of Esau saw that their king had fallen in battle and was dead, their hands became weak in combat. And Joseph and his brethren and all Egypt were still smiting the people of the house of Esau, and all Esau's people were afraid, and the sons of Jacob of the sons of Jacob and fled from before them. And Joseph and his brethren and all Egypt pursued them a day's journey, and they slew yet from them about 300 men, continuing to smite them in the road. And they afterward turned back from them. And Joseph and all his brethren returned to Egypt. Not one man was missing from them, but of the Egyptians there fell 12 men. And when Joseph returned to Egypt, he ordered Zepho and his men to be additionally bound. So, oh yeah, your brothers want to come and try to rescue. They want to try to do a jailbreak. Put extra chains on Zepho and put extra chains on Zepho's men and put them on that wheel that you push that turn around in a circle and make them walk that all day. And they bound them in irons and they increased their grief. Now, keep this in mind, because eventually Zepho is going to break out of prison. And when Zepho breaks out of prison, y'all better believe he spent all these years he got that prison buff on him. Zepho got out of prison. He all extra prison swole. And he got a problem with the children of Israel. But let's see what happens. Verse 25. And all the people of the children of Esau and the children of the east returned in shame, each to his city, for all the mighty men that were with them had fallen in battle. And when the children of Esau saw that their king had died in battle, they hastened and took a man from the people of the children of east. His name was Jobab, the son of Zerach, from the land of Batzra'ah. All right. And they caused him to reign over them instead of Bela, their king. Now, I cannot say that this is Job. I heard another brother that was reading this. They was like, and this is where Job came from. I can't say that this was the same Job from the son of Zerach from the land of Batsara. I can't say that, but it would be interesting if it was the same Job, which is the same Job from the Bible. And they caused him to reign over their stead can't cause them to reign over them instead of Bela, their king. And Jobab sat upon his throne, the throne of Bela, as king in his stead. And Jobab reigned in Edom over all the children of Esau 10 years. And the children of Esau went no more to fight with the sons of Jacob from that day forward. For the sons of Esau knew the valor of the sons of Jacob, and they were greatly afraid of them. But from that day forward, the children of Esau hated the sons of Jacob. And and the hatred and enmity were very strong between them all the days until this day. So even unto this day, Esau got a hatred against us. And it came to pass after this, at the end of 10 years, Jobab, the son of Zerach from Batzara, died. And the children of Esau took a man whose name was Cusham from the land of Teman. All right, Teman. And they made him king over them instead of Jobab. And Cusham reigned in Edom over all the children of Esau for 20 years. And Joseph, the king of Egypt, y'all see that? Joseph, the king of Egypt, and his brethren, all the children of Egypt dwelt, all the children of Israel dwelt securely in Egypt in those days, together with their children, with the children of Joseph, his brethren, having no hindrance or evil incidents. And the children of Egypt was at that time at rest from wars in the days of Joseph and his brethren. All praise. What a wonderful, beautiful reading. All right. Let's go straight to chapter 59. And then we'll take a break after that. I'm waiting for my coffee to come. Once my coffee gets here, I'm going to take a coffee break, and then we'll come back to reading. All right. And these are the name of the sons of Israel who dwelled in Egypt, who had come with Jacob. All the sons of Jacob came unto Egypt, every man with his household. The children of Leah were Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and their sister Dinah. And the sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, the handmaid of Leah, were Gad and Asher. The sons of Bilhah, the handmaid of Rachel, were Dan and Naphtali. And these were the offspring that were born unto them in the land of Canaan before they came into Egypt with their father Jacob. The sons of Reuben were, these names are very, very specific: Chanach, Palu, Chetzran, and Carmi. The sons of Simeon were Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zochar, and Saul, the sons of the Canaanitess woman. The children of Levi were Gershon, Kahath, Merari, and their sister Jochebed, who was born unto them in their going down into Egypt. And the sons of Judah were Onan, Selah, Perez, and Zerach. I wonder if that's like Rosie Perez. I wonder if that's like Rosie Perez and Ephraimites and Judites are supposed to be together. Rosie Perez. Okay, let me get back to it. And and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And Perez, and the sons of Perez were Chazran and Hamal. The sons of Issachar. And I need to document these two names. I need to document this because I need to study them and learn more about my fathers. All right. And the sons of Issachar were Tola, Puvah, Job, and Shomran. The sons of Zebulun were Shared, Elan, Jechalil. The sons of Dan was Hushim. The sons of Naphtali were Jachazil, Guni, Jetzer, Shilam. The sons of Gad were Zephon, Chagi, Shuni, Esban, Eri, Ordai, and Ariel. Oh, Ariel. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Found your name in the Bible. All right. And the children of Asher were Jimnah, Jishva, Jisvi, Barah, their sister, Sarach. The sons of Barah were Chesber and Malchil. The sons of Benjamin were Bela, Becher, Ashbal, Gerah, Naaman, Achi, Rosh, Muppin. That sounds like something the Benjamin would call their babies. Them little Muppin, man. Get them little Muppin Pitney up here. Them little Muppin Pitney. Little Muppin. Chuppim and Ord. And the sons of Joseph were born, that were born unto him in Egypt were Manasseh and Ephraim. These are, and all the souls that went forth from the loins of Jacob were 70 souls. These were they who came with Jacob, their father, unto Egypt to dwell there. And Joseph and all his brethren dwelt securely in Egypt, and they ate of the best of Egypt all the days of the life of Joseph. And Joseph lived in the land of Egypt 93 years, and Joseph reigned over all Egypt 80 years. And when the days of Joseph drew nigh that he should die, he sent and called for his brethren and all his father's household, and they all came together and sat before him. And Joseph said unto his brethren and unto the whole house of his father's household, behold, I die, and Elohiah will surely visit you and bring you up from this land unto the land which he swore unto your fathers to give unto them. So we see Joseph says the same thing that Jacob said to him. He called his children, he called his family together and said, look, after I die, the Most High is going to deliver you and bring you out of this place. And it shall be when Elohiah visits you to bring you up from here to the land of your fathers, then bring up my bones with you from here. And Joseph made the sons of Israel to swear for their seed after them, saying, Elohiah will surely visit you, and you shall bring my bones with you from here. And it came to pass after this that Joseph died in that year, the 71st year of the Israelites going down into Egypt. A moment of silence for the elder Joseph. So all praise the Most High for what the forefather Joseph did for us by the instruction of his father Jacob, for him having a just and a mighty and a good heart. I praise Yahweh for all my Taino, Borican, Boricua, men and women, brothers and sisters. I'm grateful that Yahweh put me in a position to where I'm working with the majority of Ephraimites. I'm working with the majority of Joseph's children, man. And I see nothing but blessings. And Joseph was 110 years old when he died in the land of Egypt, and all his brethren and all his servants rose, and they embalmed Joseph, as was their customs. And his brethren and all Egypt mourned over him for 70 days. And they put Joseph in a coffin and filled it with spices and all sorts of perfume, and they buried him by the side of the river. I wonder if that's why people put roses in coffins. They buried him by the side of the river, that is Sihor, and his sons and all his brethren and the whole of his father's household made a 70 days mourning for him. And it came to pass after the death of Joseph, all the Egyptians began in those days to rule over the children of Israel. This is where the story gets really good at, and we see the shift, we see the power shift. So as my coffee comes, this is the same time I'm going to yield the floor, which is the same time which the story stops at. So I'm going to say, Yabrakakam Yahweh Bashem Mashagao Shah. This has been a wonderful reading, and I hope and I encourage that everybody come back. I guess we'll be doing a part 3, and the purpose of it is so everybody can see the attributes and the characteristics of our forefathers and what happens, which this is going to segue us into this next week's Torah portion. This is going to segue us into this next week's Torah portion, seeing how our forefathers lost the dominion, all right, and the Egyptians started to treat us harshly, which brings forth the birth of our illustrious elder, Masha Moses. Yabrakakam Yahweh Basham Hamashiach Yahushai. I pray this blessing, that this video has been a blessing to all who sees it. All right, you get this video, make sure you share it on your Facebook, share it on your YouTube. All right, share wherever you can and help our people to get and hear and see this word. And Yabrakam Yabashim Shai, one word salute. Shalom.